Hey guys, and thanks for tuning into TradeChat. My name's Panzer, and I am here with the awesome Dodger from Press Art to Continue, and we're going to be conducting a girl-on-girl interview. I hope you enjoy today's video, and if you do, remember to rate it thumbs up. So, hey Dodger.
Hi.
You want to introduce yourself to all the lovely people across the interwebs?
I would love to. So I'm Dodger. I have a YouTube channel called Press Art to Continue. I have another one called Dexterity Bonus, but it's all like vlog stuff. But on Press Art to Continue, I do gaming news, and I'm starting to do LPs because they're really fun for me, even though I only play really dumb games that are amazing to me. But yeah, I'm just a gamer. I read a lot of comic books, and that's what I do. That's my life.
It's cool stuff. I like it.
Thanks.
I'm a big fan.
I'm like a huge fan of yours, so like
we're gonna have one of these moments now. Okay, I think we could do that. Just be like, all right. So, how long have you been into video games?
I have been into video games since I was really, really little because my dad was way into Tetris. So,
what an awesome game to be hardcore into.
Yeah,
like you're waiting for like
family.
Doom or Zelda. No, Tetris.
Even now, dude, our garage always has a TV setup with Tetris playing. That's all. Like, if my dad's in the garage, he's like watching Law and Order and playing Tetris at the same time. It's like all day. It's a thing.
That's amazing.
But so Tetris was like my first jump in, and then my brother got like really big into Super Mario and all of those sorts of games, and I loved my brother. I wanted to be exactly like him, so I would just camp. I would just camp in his room and just like watch him play video games. And eventually, once I was old enough that he like would trust me playing 2-player games with him, that's when I started to get like really big into it. But he doesn't play video games very much at all now,
What?
but I kept playing them, so which is really funny to me. I'm like, you were the beginning, and now you've stopped. You've gone astray. But
I've taken on your legacy.
Yeah, I have taken the torch. I will move forward. But yeah, that was, I mean, really like my entire life. And there have been, you know, hills and valleys. There have been times where I haven't really gamed much at all, especially when I was in school. But now that I'm out of school, I'm playing a lot.
So, okay, what are your top 3 games of all time?
Sorry, the cat just like exploded on the ground. Top 3 games of all time. I was recently asked this, actually, so I didn't have to think about it too hard. My number 1 is Ocarina of Time, which is like a standard answer, but it totally is. My number 2 favorite game is Gitaru Man, which is like this really obscure music game.
Oh.
Actually, wait, hold on. I have it. Hold on.
I am holding.
There it is. Okay. It's this game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I worked in a video game store for over a year. Never have I seen that game.
It's great. You're a superhero who fights with a guitar, and other bad guys play other instruments, and so you like make music together, but you're like music battling. It's great. This game is
sounds kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
And then my 3rd favorite game is Ark the Lad: Twilight of the Spirits.
Never played that one either. That looks like Zelda. I mean, I'm sure it's not anything like Zelda, but the cover is very like reminds me of Zelda.
It's a total RPG, and this is one of those games where I'm like, it's one of my favorite games, but I don't actually think it's a good game. Like, you know, like, you have this like affection for it, and you just love it, but you're not even about to be like, oh, I can't believe this wasn't in like the top 10 games for that year. It's not that good. But I just really love it, and like it's one of those games where you are playing 2 different characters that are on opposite sides. So like,
oh, that's interesting.
You're experiencing a war from both sides of the war, and you get like really attached to the characters on both sides. So you're like, I don't even know how I want this war to end.
Who's the bad guy?
Yeah, so it's really cool. Yeah, so those are my top 3 games.
So what is like your preferred gaming platform? PC, 360, PS3? Is it something older, retro, arcade? Do you like the arcade scene? Is that like
in LA, like where in Oregon, where I used to live before, it was at least a 30-minute drive to get to an arcade, a comic book store, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went like all day. And there's a chain of arcades called Wonderland. They're just like super, super cheap, huge arcades that are in like the major cities in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And coming here, like the arcades feel really expensive. The time that I went to an arcade, I can't remember what it was called, but I was literally there until it closed, and I was playing a game, and the guy was like, I'm gonna shut everything down. I'm shutting everything down right now. And I was like, homie, I'm like almost done. I'm like almost done with this round, seriously. It's like playing as fast as possible. And he was like, I'm shutting everything down. I was like, no, just give me just a second. And all of the dudes that I were with were like, just give her a second. She's almost done. And then he shut it down right before I finished.
Oh, man.
It was so depressing. I was like,
man.
No.
You should have offered him like $5.
I know. I'm like, homie, just take this.
Just Mr. Lincoln wants you to let me keep playing. Amazing.
Like to make your acquaintance. No, but in terms of what platform I play the most, I play a lot of PlayStation, but I've gotten really into PC lately. I think specifically because when I'm on the computer, I like to do a lot of things at once.
Yeah, I hear that.
before when I had one monitor, it always felt like a lot of work to like alt-tab all the time to like minimize and like be able to do other things.
Dual monitors are really, really bad for short attention spans.
So now I have the dual monitors. So like one monitor I'm like playing a game, and the other monitor I'm like IMing people and Googling things. And I'm like, this is terrible. But it makes it so that I play way more PC games. So I've gotten more into that. But I'm still playing the PlayStation a lot. When the PlayStation is in my room, I play it a lot. But sometimes we move it out there. Like if we want to have like family movie night, I'll watch something weird.
Uro and Husky family movie night.
Yeah. No. So sometimes Ro comes home and she's like, I went to the Red Box and got a terrible movie. You guys want to watch it? And we're like, yes.
Yeah, duh.
So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So what games are you currently playing?
Right now, I am playing. God, what am I playing? I'm playing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Street Fighter. I'm replaying the Phoenix Wright games, but I just found out that apparently they're gonna make it where you can play the first 3 of them on your phone soon, and that made me go, oh no!
Oh no!
I'm just never gonna stop playing them. I love the Phoenix Wright games so much.
So how did you get into doing gaming news on YouTube?
So I was taking one class. It was my last class that I needed for my degree. It was math. And I was dumb and left it until the very, very end. And so I had to take it as a summer course. And I was just bored. I was bored out of my mind, just sitting I lived by myself. I was in a studio apartment, so I just had all of this time to myself. And, I don't know, I just started, like, making YouTube videos just for fun. And I had a lot of fun with them. It was cool to, like, teach myself how to edit and stuff like that. And I had watched a lot of stuff that had,
fun.
Like the jumps. I love editing. But I had watched a bunch of videos that had like the jump cuts. I was like, I really like that. So I used that like from the very beginning. And even now I get a lot of messages from people saying like, I really like your show, but I hate the way you edit it. And I was like, it's never going to change.
It's never going to change. I like jump cuts too. I've tried like transition-y things and they look awkward. They really do. Like jump cuts look way more natural in a weird way.
Yeah, I don't know why. I love it though. But yeah, so I just started making videos, and after a while, Husky and I are really good friends. He's like one of my best friends, and he's been on YouTube for quite a while, and he was like, hey, if you want me to watch your stuff and like give you some pointers or tell you, you know, what I think, let me know. And I was like, okay. And so he watched a couple of my videos, and he was like, I think they're really good. You need to say less, you know, just like standard stuff. And so I was gradually getting better, and eventually, like I never asked. Eventually, he told his subscribers about me, which was insane. I got so many people that came to my channel.
I kind of remember that because I followed you like. Oh, like I'm a creeper.
No, yeah, like it was. I mean, it's great. And I absolutely, I'll never be able to repay him for doing that for me. But I at first I was like, God, I feel bad because I feel like I don't really deserve all of these subs. But I figure that people aren't going to watch something unless they like it. So if they're continuing to watch the videos, then that's awesome. And if they're subscribed to me and they're not watching, then
that's whatever.
Whatevs, yeah. But so, I mean, then it just kind of like took off from there, and I was contacted by the game station. They were like, "Sup, you want to like hang out?" I was like, "Okay."
Sure.
So then I was able to get partnered. It all happened like really, really fast. It all snowballed really fast, but I still absolutely love doing it. Sometimes I get like really busy, and then I go, "Oh God, I still need to make a video." But even then, it's never felt like a chore. It always feels really fun to make them. So
sure, yeah, I agree. I'm a big fan of the YouTube
yeah.
interwebs thing.
Oh, really?
So like, what's up with you and Husky then?
So people ask me this all the time, or they just assume. Okay, this is hilarious to me. So I get comments on my videos all the time that say, "Oh yeah, her and Husky are like totally doing it," and then somebody will reply to that with, "Dude, that's sick. They're brother and sister." And then I just die, like I laugh because it's just hilarious. No, he and I, we went to high school together.
You would be the most awkward siblings ever. He's like 7 foot tall, and you're like 4 feet tall.
Well, actually, my brother is over. Is he over 6 feet tall, or is he just 6 feet tall? Yeah, I am way short compared to both of my siblings. It's hilarious to see me next to my siblings. I don't know what happened with me, but no, but like he and I went to high school together. He's like one of my best friends, and when he was going to be coming to LA, I was going to be coming to LA, and he was like, "You want to like live together?" And I was like, "Sure." So we did, but of course that didn't help anything, like in terms of people being like, "Oh my God, they're like totally doing it." But no, he and I are just really, really good friends. We get along awesome,
and he has a girlfriend that's not you.
Yes. So
FYI, peoples.
Buddy.
Buddy. So you just said you were super short compared to your siblings. Everybody wants to know, how tall are you? And you need to answer this in both standard and metric.
Oh God. Hold on. Let me Google that.
Listen, there are people in Europe who want to know the answer to this question too, okay? And they use logical forms of measure, not like us here in America. They're like, there's 12 inches in a foot, because that's logical and makes tons of sense.
Right, totally. Oh God. In centimeters? Is that what it is?
Meters, centimeters.
How many centimeters? Okay, I'm 4'10".
Okay.
And now I'm looking to see. Okay, it looks like 147 centimeters. I think. Apparently.
That's awesome.
According to this fancy calculator thing.
So you're 1.47 meters.
Sure.
Okay. These are the important topics that we're hitting right now.
Really talking about important stuff. No, but I am extremely short.
Okay, so I think you're gonna like this part. I
think I'm ready.
I think you should be. This is who would win in a fight, and I'm gonna give you a bunch of examples, and you're gonna tell me who would win in the circumstance.
Okay, if I don't know who somebody is,
you will.
Then what do I do?
If you don't know any of these, it's the end of the interview.
Oh God. You just like sign off.
Like, no, I'm so disappointed in you, and Skype call. Like, no, you will totally know, I promise. Okay. Who would win in a fight, Superman or Batman?
Oh, I think Batman, because Batman is always so prepared and is very smart. And it's not like Superman doesn't have any weaknesses. Like, I feel like Batman is the type of dude who, even though they're on the same side, he's like, I've got this huge tank of kryptonite hanging out.
Just in case. He's just really prepared, just meticulously ready for anything.
Like, overly prepared. He's got, like on his little bat belt, he's got, like, a little stone, like, wrapped up and stuff so nobody knows. Like, I don't know. I feel like Batman would win.
Yeah, okay. That's understandable. The next one is Dumbledore versus Gandalf.
Oh man. Oh man.
That's a
well,
tough one.
You know,
And they're both pissed off too. We're not talking about just like a fight for no reason. Like there is honor. There's things at stake. So this is a passionate fight.
Dumbledore versus Gandalf. I feel like Gandalf might win, but I'm trying to figure out how to articulate why. Like, I don't know. I feel like Gandalf has been through a lot. Like he's done a lot of stuff. And
Dumbledore's always got Harry helping him. Like Dumbledore's got help.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Dumbledore is more, not saying that Gandalf isn't smart, but Dumbledore is more like sly old man. Like he's like
a wise trickster.
Yeah, like he's just very wise, and even though he's very powerful, like he comes up with backup plans in the event that things go awry. Whereas Gandalf is like, homie, I'm gonna mess you up right now. I feel like Gandalf would win.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, how about, I'm gonna save that one for a little later.
Okay.
How about Spyro the Dragon versus Charmander?
Oh.
You can go with an evolved version of Charmander if you don't feel like it's fair to pit a non-evolved Pokemon against Spyro, because I could understand there being ethical fairness issues there.
Maybe Spyro versus Charmeleon.
Yeah, but definitely not. Yeah, definitely not Charizard. Definitely
not Charizard.
That's
I feel like that's too intense.
That's too intense. Spyro is an adolescent.
I don't know. I'm a big fan. When I played the Pokemon games, I started off with Charmander. I'm a huge fan.
Charmander.
Oh, Charmander!
Charmander!
No, I think just because I'm biased, I'm gonna say that Charmeleon would win. But maybe if it was just Charmeleon without an owner, if it was just Charmeleon like in the wild, I think Spyro is smarter. I think
they
Spyro
don't know their attacks. You'd have to have a trainer.
You'd be like, I'm gonna like spit fire at you now, and Spyro would be like,
headbutt.
So yeah, I think situationally, if Charmeleon was owned by somebody and was against Spyro, Charmeleon would win. If Charmeleon was just out in the wild,
if
then
it's
Spyro
in the tall grass, if Spyro wandered into the tall grass,
if Spyro went into the tall grass and a random battle occurred, then I think Spyro would win.
Yeah, I like that answer. How about Mario versus Sonic?
Oh, dude, I gotta go with Sonic. Dude, Sonic would win for sure.
Yeah,
Mario,
he's fast.
I mean, Mario's got some skills.
He can jump on people's heads.
He can jump on people, whatever. But it's not like he carries a pipe around with him that he can beat people with or anything like that.
Wait, like Sonic does that spin move.
Sonic's got the Sonic spin! Like, how do you get away from that?
You don't.
So, I think...
You don't. A plumber is no match for a teenage hedgehog.
Sure. And I feel like Sonic went against more intense bad guys. I think that Sonic is a little bit more...
That is true. Mario goes against the same bad guy every single time. And then he always escapes by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah. Oh, and, like, if it's not Bowser, then it's, like, mushrooms and turtles.
Mm-hmm. So normally when I do these interviews, I let the person being interviewed ask a question to the audience. So, Dodger, do you have a question for the interwebs?
I totally do. So, in the Dark Materials series, everyone has a daemon. Mm-hmm. And I would like to know, if you could have a daemon as any, like, animal companion, what animal would it be?
Hers is like a ferret, right? Or like a weasel?
Hers is a ferret, I think,
yeah. What would yours be?
A fox.
Oh. Duh. Mine would be a Pikachu.
Huh?
Is that allowed? Is Pikachu allowed?
A Pikachu?
Is Pikachu a valid answer?
That's one of those things, for me, it would either be a fox or, like, I've always had, like, a really strong affinity with lizards. Like, before, most of my pets when I was growing up were lizards. I love having them. So, I don't know, maybe, like, either a fox or, like, maybe a snake. But, yeah.
But would a Pikachu count?
I think a Pikachu would count.
Okay. If a Pikachu did not count, I would like a chinchilla.
Chinchillas are so cute.
They kind of look like little Pikachus. Who do you think would win in a fight between Pikachu and the guy from Infamous?
Pikachu, obviously.
That's what Thunder Smash.
Definitely Pikachu. Yes.
I didn't include that on my actual questions because it was ridiculous, but I had to ask anyways. I had to ask anyways.
The best one so far. I mean, really.
What are you going to do? So, I suppose I'll release you to go back to your life. Thank you so much for doing this interview. I appreciate it a lot. I do. It was fun.
Super fun.
Hey guys, you just watched part 1 of my girl-on-girl interview with Dodger from Press Heart to Continue. If you are not subscribed to her already, please go check out her channel. It's really awesome. If you click anywhere on the screen right now, it'll bring you there. And there's also a link in the info below. There's actually a ton more of this interview that I couldn't fit into one video. So if you check back tomorrow, or if you're in the future, you'll be able to click here now, and there'll also be a link in the info below to go see viewer-submitted questions from Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and even some video responses from YouTube. I may even have a bloopers video up, which will be linked in the description below once it's uploaded as well. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, remember to rate it thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to me, I would love it if you did, and if you haven't subscribed to Dodger, I would double, triple love it if you did, and I hope you guys are all having a great day. I love you all. You're in my hearts. I'll see you soon. Bye!